What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Milwaukee Bucks franchise, installment number 18. And in this video, in this episode, we are going to face off against the Utah Jazz, a very underrated team in my opinion. I mean, they're doing really well in the West right now, and a lot of people are like, well, why are the Utah Jazz doing so well? You know, they're beating teams. They beat the Clippers. They gave the Warriors a run for their money. That's right, the undefeated Warriors. I mean, the Utah Jazz are not a bad team. I mean, they're a legendary franchise. Gordon Hayward, Rudy Gobert, Derrick Favors, Dante Exum, Alec Burks. I mean, this is a very good team. It's just underrated. It's flying under the radar. So in this episode, we're definitely going to have a challenge on our hands facing off against the Utah Jazz, as we see Khris Middelton hitting an early three, score 4-0. But yes, it's been a pretty fun week for me. Happy Saturday for those of you who are watching it on Saturday, and if you're watching it in the future, hello, how are you? I hope you're having a good time watching this video, whatever day, morning, evening, or nighttime it may be, even afternoon. So just saying a little hello from the future. But yes, this is a crazy move by Giannis Antetokounmpo going in for the wide open dunk. Not even wide open, just more of a slam over the entire Utah Jazz defense, as we see Khris Middelton bringing up the ball, score 8-13. We needed that shot, and I gotta say, Giannis Antetokounmpo is a much better jump shooter than I originally anticipated. I mean, I know that he has a pretty high rating, although his three-point range is very low. It's about like a 53 overall, but his mid-range shot is about an 81, 82, and I've developed it to be even better. So there we go. As we see a nice steal from Monroe, passing it off to Jerryd Bayless in the transition break. 12-4 run by the Milwaukee Bucks. Not bad, as they pass it off to Rudy Gobert. I mean, this guy is really, really tall, so he just goes ahead and does a reverse dunk like it's nothing, like it's no big deal, as we see the score 19-21. Jabari Parker running right around the defense like they weren't even there. Derrick Favors had no idea what was going on. Jabari Parker just snuck in for a nice little dunk, as we see a nice pass to Khris Middelton. Perhaps we should have alley-ooped that. A lot of people have been mentioning why I don't do more alley-oops. This was a beautiful play over here, by the way. Great crossover by Jabari Parker. But, you know, the main reason is because, as I mentioned before, I'm a very simulation player. As we see a nice pass to Khris Middelton from Michael Carter-Williams. But yes, I'm a very simulation player. It's what I do. It's who I am. It's in my DNA. I love basketball. This is a beautiful dunk by Michael Carter-Williams. Let's check out a nice, quick, slow replay over here. Just a beautiful dunk. I mean, just gliding in there. Rudy Gobert just tried to block it, but it was not happening. And this is a nice payback dunk from Gordon Hayward. Just two dunks in a row. How much better can it get? But yes, as I mentioned, I'm a very simulation player, although I have tried to play more fancy lately. So here's one thing in 2K16 that a lot of you should know, but apparently a lot of people don't know. And if you know this, that's great. I knew this as well, but if you double tap B, you do a fancy pass in the game. This is a beautiful three-pointer by OJ Mayo. But yes, if you double tap B, or if you double tap circle on the PlayStation, that should have been an and one. By the way, you do a fancy pass, and I'm trying to do a lot more of those off the pick and roll, just fancy passes, you know, trying to make this a little more exciting. This is a beautiful block, by the way, by John Henson. Gorgeous block, and then we're going to go ahead and lead to a nice transition layup by Giannis Antetokounmpo, who I'm going to keep calling Antetokounmpo no matter what. 41-43 is the score. We are in the third quarter, as we see a nice move by the very underrated OJ Mayo, a guy who can easily get 20 points for you just without even doing anything. I mean, OJ Mayo is such a gifted scorer. As we see Josh Smith, a beautiful just tomahawk slam right over the entire Utah Jazz defense. Nice pass over here to, as I mentioned before, the very underrated OJ Mayo. As we see a nice little replay over here. OJ Mayo skying for the ball. Lance Stevenson with a nice pass to Jerryd Bayless, who could not finish in transition, passing it off to Gordon Hayward, and they finish off with a nice layup in transition. Score is 47-49. A very close game. A little closer than I would have liked it, but we see Mr. Patrick Beverly. I mean, what a nice little zinger from, I mean, that must have been 35 feet away. Just an insane three-pointer. You saw a nice little replay over there. That really killed my momentum. 47-54 is the score as we see Giannis Antetokounmpo taking Gordon Hayward off the drive right in for the layup. 51-54 is the score. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the game. We are losing by 3 points. Michael Carter-Williams with a nice back down. As I mentioned in the previous video, if you saw that, we are trying to put Michael Carter-Williams in the post. Trying to use his height as an advantage as we see another person with tremendous height, 6'11", Giannis Antetokounmpo, with a beautiful, just a nice little move right into a dunk. 6'11", can't stop it, won't stop it, passing it off to Jabari Parker, and he gets the nice contact layup. Gotta love it. 57-58, 3 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the whole game. We are losing by 1 point as Gordon Hayward, very underrated player, goes ahead and hits that jumper. Now we are losing by 4. We need to make something happen right now. And Michael Carter-Williams, unfortunately, just gets the ball tipped, and he ends up losing it, leading to a wide-open dunk by the Jazz. Not looking good. 63-57. We are trying to make something happen. Passing it up to Greg Monroe with a nice payback dunk. As you see the nice little replay over here. Just a nice pick and roll for the wide open dunks. 59-63. We need to win this game. Passing it off to Derrick Favors with the and one. They always kill me, those and one plays. 1 minute and 54 seconds left to go in the game. He sinks the free throw. We're losing by 5 points, 60-55 and 60-65, and we see another and one by Gordon Hayward. It is just nonstop 2 and ones in a row with less than 2 minutes left to go in the game. Who would have thunk it? When you play 2K on the higher difficulties, I guess that's what happens. Now we are losing by 7 with only a minute left to go in the game, and we end up losing the ball. Michael Carter-Williams with his second turnover, leading to a wide open transition layup. Now we're losing by 9 points with even less than a minute to go. Khris Middelton trying to make something happen. Beautiful step back three by Khris Middelton, looking gorgeous. What a great shot he has. Now we are losing by 6 points. Got to make something happen over here. They pass it off to Patrick Beverly at the wide open three, and that, my friends, unfortunately ices the game for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Utah Jazz snuck out a victory against the Milwaukee Bucks, and we have beaten some tremendous teams in this MyLeague. For those of you who have been watching the whole time, thank you for tuning in every day, by the way. But yes, those crazy teams. I mean, we beat the Clippers, we beat the Spurs, we beat the Rockets, the Heat. But the Utah Jazz at home defend their home court, and they beat us, the Milwaukee Bucks. Unfortunately, you win some and you lose some. It's just part of the MyLeague. As we see over here, unfortunately, the player of the game is the underrated Gordon Hayward. 18.7 assists, 4 rebounds. Beautiful game for him. But yes, I want to thank you guys for watching. As I mentioned, tuning into each one of these games, I genuinely appreciate it. Please leave a like before you leave. Makes a big difference. And subscribe if you have not. I have many videos to come. The next video will be against the up-and-coming rebuilding Boston Celtics with Isaiah Thomas. I mean, Marcus Smart. They just have a really good team in Boston. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, I have a lot of fun making these videos as we see the stats of the players. 14 points, 8 rebounds for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Looking real good. Jabari Parker, 9 and 5. OJ Mayo, 10 and 2. Yep, that's how it is. Sometimes you win some, you lose some. We are looking good. Next episode, I'll show you more stats. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.